Hi, this is Jason Kaplan in Memphis, Tennessee on December 4th around 4 o'clock. And I am doing this call today on the Zoom, which I'll upload to YouTube and Facebook to start teaching the Universal Language Room through music and through writing. So this is Universal Language Room with the concept of Beit Abulafia. Beit Abulafia is named after the great rabbi of the 13th century, Rabbi Abraham Abulafia. And it was actually in 2004 where I created the Universal Language Room concept after hearing a concert with Dave Liebman and Phil Markowitz in New York City in a small synagogue called the Bridge Shul. And as I developed the concept over the next 15 years, I came across a Jewish Kabbalist, Jewish mystical rabbi, Rabbi Abraham Abulafia, and I discovered a perfect alignment, quite incredible, of his Kabbalistic system and the music that I was thinking about and teaching. So today I'm going to play music and show you the writing system of the Universal Language Room. So let's test out our cameras and let's go to camera number 2. I'm going to draw out a couple of examples. And everything is really based on the permutation system. The Universal Language Room is based on permutations, sharing permutations between people in a group of about 10 or 12 people with a facilitator to help people learn the permutations of notes. So actually, before we go to the second camera, let's go to the guitar here, and my microphone should be able to pick it up. So I'm going to show you some permutations that I work with. Let me get my hand over there. There we go. I'm just doing 6 permutations with 4 notes. Okay, so let's bring that back over here a little bit. There we go. All right. So those are the permutations. I start doing them. Let's do it again. And this is 1, 2, 3, 5. And then 1, 2, 5, 3. 1, 3, 2, 5. And 1, 5, 2, 3. And I'm practicing all these permutations, and I'm going to write them out. And as you do them, it's kind of an amazing thing. If you practice them consciously, unconsciously, new melodies come out. And that's the magic of the Universal Room. It's really quite simple. You can start on the second note. Right? And then you can move up the permutations. You can start on the next note up. And there the unconscious kind of ideas start coming out. So again, I was doing the permutations with 4 notes, and then I'm going to show 4 letters. There's a music meditation, and there's a visual meditation with the writing of the letters, okay? So again, if you're practicing at home and you want to get out a keyboard, I'm in the key of C, I'm on the white keys on the guitar. It's easiest to start with. And you can go 1 or C, D, E, G, C, D, G, E, right? And then you go C, E, D, G, and then C, E, G, D, and keep doing those permutations. And as you do them real slowly and consciously, you will feel other notes and other ideas come to you. This is one of my favorite, actually. If you put the F in, I was doing that using the F, and then I went backwards with it. Right? You everyone know that song? So it's really fun. It's really fun to hear new songs come out of the permutations. So I've done the guitar piece. I want to show you the drawing piece. All right, I got my second camera here. And I'm going to switch over. Let's go ahead and switch to this camera. All right. So I'm going to draw out what I just did right here. I'm going to try and get the angle right so I can draw it, and hopefully you can see it. So I did 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 1, 2, 5, 3. right? And you could do A, B, C. I guess let's make it E, A, B, E, C. You can start drawing out exactly what you just played. You can draw it out right there, okay? And what I really love doing is, and I'll show you the pre-stuff that I did, and this is a really wonderful meditation, is I started taking other languages and doing just that. Look at this. I want to hold it up to the camera. I have Hindi and Norwegian, or I think that's Gregorian or Georgian, and there's Japanese and Chinese there. And so I took those permutations and I wrote them all out. It's really a really incredible exercise on the visual, and it helps you come back to the music too. Over here is an example of how I did it with colors. All right, just different 4 colors, did all their permutations. Here's Hebrew, there are the numbers. So actually, I would really like to do, of course, I'm pretty good at the Hebrew from my Jewish background, of course, much easier for me. So I'm going to do it a little faster here. I'm going to do it at an angle and I'll turn it. So here's Aleph. I'm doing cursive. Bet, Gimel, Daled. Then I go to Aleph, Bet, Daled, Gimel. Okay, so you did the Aleph, Bet together. Those are the first 2 permutations you switch the back to. So I'm going to go to the next letter. I'm going to do Aleph, Gimel. So Aleph, Gimel, Bet, Daled, and then Aleph, Gimel, Daled, Bet. All right, let's do the last one. Oh, my Aleph was off there. I did it backwards. Let's look what happens. There we go. And then Aleph, Daled, Gimel. There we go. Let's get it. Bet, Aleph, Daled, Bet, Gimel. So that's the first row of 6, and you would do 4. 24 is the magic number. The next one you would start on is a bet. So you do Bet, Aleph, Gimel, Daled, and then Bet, Aleph, Daled, Gimel. You get the idea there? There it is. And then I'll play along with those written permutations. I'll do the Aleph, Bet, Daled, Gimel, Aleph, Bet, Daled, Gimel, Aleph, Gimel, Bet, Daled, Aleph, Gimel, Daled, Bet, Aleph, Daled, Gimel, Bet, Aleph, Daled, Bet, Gimel. So I can kind of sing my own language with it, or I can put different vowels to it. Actually, that's probably the most fun of Hebrew with meditation, is putting any type of vowel in. And Abulafia talks about the path of vowels. So for me, I just put in different vowels that I think would go nicely with this. I'm just gonna do 2 examples. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, let's just do those there. Let me turn this the right way so you can see it. There we go. All right. So what did I write? I read Ova. Let's see. Ova Gido Avod Gido. Yeah. Ova. What did I write there? Dago. Yeah. You can hear a whole new language is kind of coming out, and it has a certain rhythmic principle and a certain vowel principle that goes with the consonants. That's what's so beautiful, and that's why Abulafia felt that Hebrew was the holy language, because it had all the type of possible permutations and combinations that you could meditate on to feel the presence of God. And so you can make up your own language with it. Now, people I think call that scat singing, but I think of it just a little bit deeper, that it's creating your own language. And I really think when you hear Ella Fitzgerald sing this way, or Louis Armstrong sing this way, they really are creating their own language. I know people refer to it as scat, and maybe it's just a shorthand way, but on a deeper level, I think they really created their own language. And I think if you ask them, and if you could ask them, or current players, I think they would say they're working with permutations and different sounds and mixing with different rhythms to come up with their own unique voice. So that's the basic overview today of using the permutation system to write in different languages. I think this gives you a very universal outlook when you can write in different languages and do all of their system, or use the system to do all of their alphabet. Now, of course, you're not going to be fluent in these languages by doing this, but it does give you, for just a moment, a sense of fluency in the language, of what it's like to write in that language, or look at the world through that lens. And it's quite incredible. If I listen to traditional Japanese music or traditional Chinese music while writing these out, and kind of surround myself or immerse myself in that world, I get just a glimpse, a quick window into that life. And it's quite incredible. Or Indian music with the Hindi, quite amazing. So I have a couple more examples here. Oh, this is one I'm really proud of. I do want to show you this one. There's a Ethiopian Jewish script called Amharic, and I really enjoyed writing in this script right here down on the bottom. Let me get the angle there. There we go. All right. So quite incredible. I really had a great time with it. And I think that's the Hindi, and before I showed you was Punjabi. So the one above the Amharic, this is the Amharic. Here is I believe this is the Hindi, and the one I had before was the Punjabi, and this is the Norwegian. So I'm gonna have to label those better, but I had a great time with all of them. So let me come back over here. So as you practice these and you're on your guitar or piano, you can do the audio and the visual, and they come together as you practice them and do them. Those permutations, one lines up with the other. It's quite incredible. You start to see the connection between the music permutations and the visual writing permutations. The next one that I will do, the next session I will do, is actual Abulafia, working with Hebrew. And one of the things that he would do is to permeate Hebrew words and get more meaning from the different words that would come out of them. For example, shalom could be the shame to the name if you rearrange the letters, or mashal, an example. So what is an example of coming close to God through serving the name? Does it lead to peace? He would come up with those types of ideas. So we're going to do that on the next one, but I thought I would do this as an introduction. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear your feedback.